Moving right along with the news here. What do we got? Who is the most successful video game maker this year, according to Japanese gamers and dealers? Number 1 was Capcom, I guess. Number 2 is Nintendo. Number 3, Square Enix. Number 4, Microsoft. Hey. Number 5, Sony Computer Entertainment. Let's read some of the quotes. A 26-year-old person who works in an office said, Capcom as Monster Hunter, Biohazard, and Street Fighter 4. Okay. A shop in Kanagawa says, Capcom released Monster Hunter this year. I think what the people have to say is not very interesting. Who was the most influential person of the year? Who stood out the most? The word Medatsu. Who stands up to the eyes? Number 1 was Hideo Kojima. Really? I don't even know who any of these people are, to tell you the truth, except for Kojima. But Akihiro Hino of level 5 was selected as number 4, I guess. But yeah, wow. I didn't even know the name of the Monster Hunter producer until just now. Okay. Best game character. Old Snake. Mario. Aidu. Who's Aidu? What kind of question is this? What do they care what dealers think? Dealers think Old Snake was the best game character of the year? What do we care what a guy who sells video games thinks about this stuff? And then number 16, some 16-year-old kid says, I see a lot of old snakes in the city. What does that mean? Snake. Then a 15-year-old kid who's a student says he liked Mario because he was in Smash Brothers and Mario Kart Wii. Who's Aidu? From Monster Hunter? Really? I don't even know who that is. Rockman was number 4. How did that happen? Professor Layton is number 5. I guess. Yeah, I don't know. If you had to pick one kanji to represent the year 2008, the one kanji that was selected by most people is the kanji for hunting. Because of Monster Hunter. And then the kanji for I really wish this would focus. Why is it not focusing? It's not focusing. Focus. Please. It's not focusing. Kanji for portable. And then the kanji for new, as in new hardware. Kanji for continuity, as in sequels. The kanji for progress, like PSP 3000. This is really tacky. Anyway, this girl right here, who's interviewed, does the voice of the princess thing in the Prince of Persia. That's what it says down here, at least. So there she is. She looks very warm, even though she's not. I don't think she's wearing a coat. iPod, iPhone, iPod Touch games. They've got Katamari. They've got this guy. I really wish my camera would be focusing now. This is really not funny anymore. And they got this old guy. Look at that old guy. He looks like he eats a lot of fiber. News headlines. This is all stuff you've probably read on Kotaku already. Okay, this week's reader views. We're gonna leave it focused on this. This week's reader views. The biggest news items of this week are Dragon Quest IX's release date is announced. Dragon Quest IX's character classes are announced. PlayStation Home is released. And really? They're releasing free save data files on the Japanese game archives for the PlayStation, so you can download memory card saves. I didn't know about that. I did not know about that. Let's see, a 37-year-old man has this to say about the game archives downloadables. I await this with anticipation. I enjoy older video games. I would like to play them for a very long time.
Who is this?
This is one of the readers. This is one of the readers' opinions. Yeah, he's a 37-year-old man, and he's typing this in on a message board on the internet in the hopes that his name will be put, or no, his age and his location will be put in famitsu, not his name. Dragon Quest IX. A 27-year-old man has this to say about Dragon Quest IX. Yahari kokumin teki RPG. Hatsubaibi ga kimatta dake demo totemo doki doki shimasu. Certainly, this is indeed an RPG for the people. I am so excited, even though all that has happened is the release date has been announced. That's really, really fruity. I mean that not, I mean just like stupid. It's weird. Hayaku asobitai, ato-san kagetsu ga nagaku kanjiru, says a 33-year-old man who works in sales. Oh, the 27-year-old, by the way, was self-employed. It says by his name. So this man who works in sales, I think we know what he's employed by himself doing. I think we know what he pays himself to do. Anyway, this guy who works in sales says, "I can't wait to play it. 3 months is such a long time." Can we find a girl? There's no girls listed in here. Another guy says, "It looks like 2009 is going to be a battle between Dragon Quest and Final Fantasy," says a 17-year-old student who still has a lot to learn because Dragon Quest and Final Fantasy are owned by the same company. There's no battle, you jerk. There's just the battle between you and your friends on the playground, is what there is. I don't even think you're too old. You're not even allowed to be on the playground anymore. Another guy says, "I bet lots of people are going to be lined up." 24 years old. Yeah, good work. Kai Shine, it says that he's a company employee. Doesn't say he's the president of the company yet, and there's a reason for that. Because presidents of the companies don't just state obvious things. They're over and done with it. Next guy says, "Tsui ni koko made kita toyu kanji desu." The word tsui ni means like wow, suddenly, like he's talking like he's a TV commercial. This guy. It's a 42-year-old woman, and she's a part-time employee of somewhere. And also, she says, I can't wait for more information on Dragon Quest X for Wii. Okay, now 28-year-old company employee man says the most sensible thing. He says, "I hope it doesn't get delayed." That's what he says. That's all he says. That's very good. That's very good. That's very good. Okay, let's continue. Monster Hunter G for Wii. Look at that. It looks just like Monster Hunter. Look at that. It still looks like Monster Hunter. So if you can't wait for Monster Hunter 3 for Wii, you can get Monster Hunter G. And right next to it on the shelf is probably going to be Capcom's remake of Resident Evil for Wii. Look at that. I mean, I like Monster Hunter a lot. And look, here's Monster Hunter 3. So, hold on. Monster Hunter G's release date is not confirmed, but it says spring. Sometime in the spring, and then Monster Hunter 3 is sometime in 2009. Like, are the graphics supposed to be like a lot better? I think they are. Can't really tell because it's not focusing. Look at that. Looks like there's more bloom here.